always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen. Fuck.
All right, what's up? Oh man, hold on. I didn't clear that off from last time, did I? I've been busy today. I've been a busy man. We went out to the Mandarin to celebrate Carly's birthday, because we haven't been able to do that in a number of years, right? So it was actually honestly amazing. It was so awesome going there because it felt like old times, like pre-pandemic. Really, that's what it felt like, you know? It felt like nothing had changed, and it was like, all right, let's have a delicious buffet, and we did. It was great. Anyways, let's grab the live stream link. We're gonna talk about some Eldraine spoilers, all that goodness. Let's see. All right. Oops. Apparently I just clicked on something on the Discord by accident. There we go. That's closed. That's good. Switch the chat over so that I can see that. And we're going to want to make that bigger so that I can see the cards easily as well, right? Okay, cool. That works. Oh, no, what are you doing now? Stop it. They keep adding all these new features, and hey, if you move your mouse up here, we'll open up all these extra boxes and all this crap, and it's like, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. All right. So, what up, Gossett, Jess, Kensuke, Eng, DeVoe, Trevor, Felonious T. Who else we got in here? EDH, Ashmead, Beasley, Hewd, Shelton, Jeremy, Boros, Millmaster, Topher, Yamagoro, Jugglem, Briggs, Dreams. Who else? Error, Ned. What's up? How's it going? How you guys doing? We got a whole bunch of spoilers to look at. Now, I've gotten all the spoilers for Wilds of Eldraine up until this point. I've amalgamated them all into this. So, if you've watched like all my historian videos on this, there's going to be some overlap, and I also may not talk about some of the cards as much as I did the first time we talked about them. So if you want the full experience of hearing everything I have to say about every card that's been spoiled so far, you will also want to watch the historian videos. Now, on that note as well, not only are we going to go through all the card spoilers, but I will be mentioning story spoilers during this as well. So at this point, there are three over here. You guys can't see that other hand because it's over here going like this. Hey, this is for you. This one's for you. This one's for your mama. This one right here, that one's for your dog. So we'll bring it down lower. All right. I'm getting so distracted by my own nonsense. I'm like, 3 whats again? What the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, 3 chapters of the story have been released on my lore channel. The actual full story has been released by Wizards, so you can go and listen to theirs. But I'm just going to give you a heads up, for real, you might not want to listen to the last one. The first 4 are probably going to be a lot more tolerable than the last one, because I feel like the storyline and the lore was pretty good for the first 4. And the 5th one is going to need its own rant stream. I got to be real, because like I started reading it and I just walked out of the room and walked into the room Carly was in, and I started going, okay, I'm making the notes for the next lore video, and I just kind of have to like rant a little now about what I read because it doesn't make sense. And so they kind of are like, we're wrapping it up with this last one, and they're like breakneck gallop pace where you just go, whoa, 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 hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Did you end the wicked slumber or not? I wish that I wasn't saying that. I wish I wasn't saying that. But for real, I wasn't sure when I finished reading it. I'm like, so did you... I know everything we did was pointless, kind of. I get that by the way this is written. But did we at least end the slumber? Is it ended at all? Also, the slumber is telekinesis now too, because it just needs to be for a part of the story. It's like I'm being punished for thinking. Do you know what I mean? And like my brain hurts. But anyways, I'll do a proper rant on that tomorrow. All right, that's what we'll do tomorrow. I will rant about the problems with the lore, which pretty much all are the 5th episode. Everything else they do is forgivable. But yeah, it's funny. It's funny. So let's talk about the cards. Let's talk about the characters. And it's like, for real though, I want to be clear. The first 4 parts of the story, genuinely enjoyable. Like, I had a good time with it. What up, Oda? What's up, Slash? What's up? What's going on, Jose? Rivarshi, you just finished the fantasy geographic stories for Eldraine. Nice. So you're up to speed on the 3rd installment. The 4th installment comes out tomorrow morning, 12 hours from now. The 4th installment comes out. Go check Fantasy Geographic. Notifications aren't getting sent out. So tons of people told me, yo, why did I not get notified of this video? I don't know. I'm getting hosed. I'm putting in the work. I'm going and reading these stories. I'm getting them ready for you guys. And YouTube's just going, I don't know why. But yeah, trust me. I'm saving you. If you don't believe me, I invite you to take the Fantasy Geographic Challenge. Go listen to Wizards of the Coast version, where they're literally going to read out the entire written story to you, and then listen to my version and tell me which one you like more. Okay? So there's going to be some people who say, well, I like this because it doesn't miss any details. And it's like, fair enough. But I put it to you that so much of the crap they put in their stories can be easily summarized in a much tighter fashion, and that a lot of it is just the writer extending the word count, right? Right? Slash, you had no idea you've gotten 0 notifications on the Fantasy Geographic. Thought I just stopped. Nah, man. I put out a video there every 3 days for the last 3 days. There's always a new Fantasy Geographic video every month. Bare minimum, a new one every month. I'm working on old school lore when new lore is not coming out. So I'm in the midst of the story of Gormank and the Festival of Sorrows. The story of a very clever ogre with a very mysterious disc who's on a quest. So yeah, that's in the works. That will be slated for next month since there won't be any regular stuff. But yeah, I just want to keep churning on the old lore when the new lore is not available. But YouTube's just going, I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm not going to tell them. So. Neb, you think mine's better? I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Hugh, do you want to bet $10 on that mine's better? That feels like a pretty solid bet. Everybody's going to be different, right? Some people will legit just be like, I actually enjoyed this. Like, it's longer and I get more details. But, like, the dialogue is stilted. It's stilted. Let's be real. Like, you can take a lot of what they're saying and trim it right down. Like, the witch taunting the knight, there's so much in that, and you're just like, okay. And like, for real, that part where Ruby grabs Kellen and they, like, a knight shoots an arrow at them, so he's staring right at them to shoot an arrow at them, and then Ruby's like, I grab you, Kellen, and we leap in the bush. And then the knight just is like, I fucking saw you. Like, what even is this? And then they just immediately get out of the bush and run away. And I was like, what does this add to the story? Anything? What is this? What the fuck is this? Do you know what like, I was like, it's pointless. It's pointless. Wait. Okay. Calm down. Calm down, me. We're here to talk about the spoilers. guys, I'm so caught up on the final story and what they did with it. Like, I need to rant. I need to rant about it. Okay, hold on. Okay, just let me write a little note down on my desk to tell me rant tomorrow. Rant, and I can look at it when I start to go off on the lore again, because it's gonna happen. The last installment, I just went, oh no. And then I started laughing. All right. So we've got Ashiok, right? This is something that we've seen before. Ashiok is of note as the only planeswalker in this set. So there are no other planeswalker cards at all printed in the set. And in the story, Ashiok does have a presence and does end up manipulating this witch. You know what? It's the card, the name. We can talk about it. Maz, what's up? You giving me the little winky dink? Is that because Ashiok's like this? Did she wickedly did Ashiok wickedly manipulate you? Do you like the man part of manipulation? All right, Maz, you lord of the board. You winker. Okay. So Ashiok is like a manipulator for real. There is manipulation going on, but I would like to say that in the story, there's no point for it. Like, it's like, so you want to use this witch for your own ends? Yeah, huh? And you're a super powerful planeswalker who could just like take her against your will. Yeah, huh? And you could just manipulate her into this. Yeah, huh? But instead, you're just going to be like, hey, how about if we just, like, had puppets dance around and stuff? Whoopity-doopity, welcome to the dance. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And it's like, huh? So, Ashiok's impact on the story is minimal. Let's be very real. But let's take a look at her abilities and see how much they match up to the story and the flavor, all right? So, 5 loyalty, 5 mana casting cost. If you pay life while your library has at least that many cards in it, exile that many cards from the top of your library instead. +1, look at the top 2 cards of your library, exile one of them, put the other into your hand. -2, create 2 1/1 black nightmare creature tokens. With at the beginning combat on your turn, if a card is put there into exile this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. -7, target player exiles the top X cards of the library, where X is the total mana value of cards you own in exile. Yeah, none of this matches the story at all. Pretty fun set of abilities. Artwork's funky. Ashiok is an interestingly inscrutable character, and they have been diminished by being in this story. Let's be very real about that. Ashiok has become less impressive. It's like, so you went from putting nightmares into Phyrexians like Norn, who literally couldn't like conceive of the concept of nightmares, into just dicking about on Eldraine for no reason. It gets random. Wait till you find out who Kellen's dad is. Carly guessed. She's like, is it this? And I'm like, it is. And she's like, oh, and it's just so stupid. Okay, anyways, let's move on to the next card. Oh, okay, this is a new one. I haven't talked about this at all. I haven't even read this one fully. I just saw the name and was like, yo, I didn't know Wizards of the Coast made self-referential cards, right? Asinine Antics. 2 blue and 2 for a sorcery. You may cast Asinine Antics as though it had flash if you pay 2 more to cast it. For each creature your opponents control, create a cursed roll token attached to that creature. If you control another roll on it, put that one into the graveyard. Enchanted creature is 1/1. What? This is a blue sorcery that adds enchantments to all your opponent's creatures that make them all 1/1 for 4 mana. What? And then you could just do it instant speed for 2 more. The fuck are they thinking, man? Power creep is real. What? I mean, this is the what's it called? Pinocchio Boys getting turned into donkeys. Let's go drink beer. Do you see that they did the Disney remake of the they did the remake of Pinocchio, and they did like it's the new live action Pinocchio, and they filmed it with real beer. But then at the last second, they pussied out and went, no. No. Even though these are the naughty boys doing stuff they're not supposed to, it can only be root beer. So they have people screaming root beer over and over and over and over in the movie to try and be like, that's it, we fixed it. This card is nuts. Tobin! Fantasy Geographic so much better than the other lore channels because I'm the one who takes all of the fluff and gets down to the meat and potatoes. Hell yeah, man. I remove a bunch of the crap that don't matter because there's a lot of that in the story. You just go, none of this moved anything forwards. Like, I'll read multiple paragraphs and go, okay, I gotta go back and read that again because I don't think anything happened here. And I go, it didn't. It's just more of this. This is what happens, and it's this long. So making all your dudes 1/1s, I mean, it doesn't remove their abilities, so it's not full on humility. So bear that in mind. But this is still very strong. This is super strong. I don't remember this in the story. Hi, I'm a Fae. Guess what? Literally everybody in existence who opposes me is a 1/1 and loses their abilities. Like, or not, no, it doesn't lose their abilities. This is crazy. Anyways, next up, Balloona Grand Squall. This is a giant who has a goose, and that goose tries to eat Kellen, and I enjoy that. It's a pretty fun little interaction where it's her birthday, and she's like, you're ruining my birthday. And he says, happy birthday, and she tells him to shut up. Oh, I like that. I enjoy it. So yeah, this is 3 mana 4/4. Right there, it's like, yo, 3 mana 4/4 trample, all your adventure permanents cost 1 less. Like, what? What? And then it's just like, hey, also I mill 7 cards and put a bunch of adventures into your hand. It just feels crazy strong. I dig the artwork though. The whole, check out, I got this gingerbread house as a footrest. And just like the color, I want to see this in higher resolution because I like the colors of Balloona herself, right? She's got a pretty elegant vibe to her. I like it. We got Beseech the Mirror. We got your mirror on the wall. Who wants to get fucked hardest of all? I'm going to tutor up my best shit. This card is way too bonkers. Wizards is high on fucking crack. Wizards is high on crack. They're like, yo, what if we made a spell that was every spell in your deck that costs 4 or less? That definitely isn't unbalanced fucking crack-headed nonsense or anything, is it? Welcome to Power Creep Island, where we turn into fucking Power Creep donkeys. I hope you like the donkey dick. It's so strong. It's so strong, man. It's so nutty. Yo, you heard of Diabolic Tutor? Well, check it out. This is just, we've offed so much paint, bro. And this is what we made. It's crazy. It's crazy. Makes my eye itch. Alright, Charming Scoundrel. This card actually is alright. Because it can be a 2/2 because of the Wicked Roll when it comes out. So you got a 2/2 haste. You can make a treasure token with it. You can draw a card if your hand's empty. It's just overall a nice little multi-option decent card, right? Cruel Somniphage. That artwork's funky, man. But like, I don't know 100% what's going on here. It's like these are the people of Lochthwain getting nightmared. Like, what is this? What does this have to do with the Wicked Slumber? This set story feels somewhat disjointed from the cards that I've seen, but that's probably just because, honestly, we've mostly just seen the rares. We're missing a bunch of other stuff, and they have to cram so much ability on rares that we rarely get flavor text. Ha! Oh, that was clever. Okay. Oh, wait. Did we even talk about this? Oh, yeah, this is the Can't Wake. Oh, shit. This is the Evanescence phage. The Can't Wake Up. Bring me to life. You know that shit? How many people are going to fucking play this Yell and Save Me, right? That's memey as hell. That's funny. And it's like a beefed up Lurgoyf, right? A beefed up Lurgoyf. All right. Curiosity. So this is a funky looking one where like, I don't know how they didn't notice that like that coral looks like that merfolk dude's dong. And that lady is going to chug a lug on it. Like she's topless, he's topless. His nipples are hard, and she's going to fucking chug that coral right there. I like curiosity. I know what she's curious about. And the skull is there to represent head as well. Like it couldn't be more obvious. 1000%. That's what this is. He's all like, yo, you gonna? And she's like, I'm gonna. That's what's up. Florida knows. That's why he showed up right now. He's like, yep, I'm all about merfolk chugging. Chug along. It's always wet in the waters. All right. Then we got Decadent Dragon. That's my dick's nickname. All right. 2 red, 2 for a 4/4. It's got expensive taste, huh? Huh? Get it? Right? You exile the top cards off your opponent's deck. You can play him, but you got to have the right mana for it. He's a 4/4 flying trampler. Whenever he attacks, you get a treasure token, because why not? Goldspan Dragon turned out great, so why not do some other craziness? This is a pretty solid card, or maybe it's not even good enough, because who knows? Power creep's crazy nowadays. We got Doubling Season with the Goose Hydra. We better get this Goose Hydra. You can't fucking tease my ball bag like this and not deliver. That's all I can say. They didn't put it in the fucking story. There's no Goose Hydra. There's just one regular-ass goose. And if these ugly dick-sucking fuck bags don't put the Goose Hydra in this set, I will fucking riot. I will fucking burn the world down and piss on the ashes. For real, for real. I will fucking lay siege to Wizards of the Coast. There's a lot of shit I will let slide. Not getting the Goose Hydra. No. Fuck that. Alright, Expelle the Interlopers. That's what I call tugging it. 2 white and 3 for a sorcery. Choose a number between 0 and 10. Destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen number. Bum, bum, bum. Look at that, man. When a red cap raid threatened the Grand Ball at Delver Hall, Godric had no choice but to reveal his true identity and douse the invaders in dragonfire. Okay. Who's Godric? And what do you mean dragonfire? And did it kill everybody? Because goblins are 1/1, and this spell says choose like a power, right? And so you choose 1 for the goblins, and then everybody dies, including you, Godric. Everybody died. Why, Godric? Why did you reveal your identity? According to the logic of your own spell, you died. Why did Wizards have to fucking use whatever this artwork was originally from and go, we got slush art, shove it in? What is this? What the fuck is happening? What? What is this? What is this really? What was the story we were supposed to get? Expelle the Interlopers. When did this happen? When did this happen? Isn't it destroy all creatures? And it depends on the number you choose. If I chose 3 power, right? Then all creatures that have 3 power and greater are destroyed. So 2 2s, 1 1s, 0 1s, all those get to survive. So you get to decide a power threshold, and everybody that size or bigger dies. Which is why this is like, so 1/1 goblins were killed by the spell, huh? Yeah, huh? And it kills everybody who's as powerful as the goblins are. So everybody then. It just wiped out everybody. Yeah, actually everybody in all of existence. The thing is, like, this would actually, because it's a planeswalker thing, like, for real, when he cast a spell, it killed everybody on Eldraine. Everybody on Eldraine died when he cast Expelle the Interlopers. Fairy Dream Thief. 1 black for a 1/1 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, surveil 1. 1 black and 2. Exile it from your graveyard. You draw a card and lose a life. That's a lot packed into 1 mana, yo. Does Godric Gryffindor from Harry Potter? It's left over from Strixhaven. That's funny. That's a funny idea. Feral Encounter. Oh, get leaped on. Guess what? This didn't happen in the fucking story at all. Didn't give us this moment at all, even though they're clearly depicting fucking Ruby here with the crossbow. Good jobs, guy. Good jobs. 2 green sorcery. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can exile a creature card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You can cast the exiled card this turn. At the beginning of this combat phase this turn, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power. Up to 1 target creature you don't control. This is so good. This is... What the fuck? This is so good. You're fucking kidding me. Hey, 2 mana, dig 5, cast a creature, and get a free fight strapped onto the back of it? Fuck your mother, this is a good one, bro. This is donkey dick good times right here. I like it. Doomblade says, expel this art. They reprinted Black Lotus, and now we're getting bad news again. It was going so good. Any interesting artifacts so far? Now I feel like I have to note this down. The Black Lotus reprint is an oversized card, so it's not a Black Lotus reprint. It's a Jigo card. You know the cards they give away at the big Magic Cons and shit, bro? It's that. It's that. So Black Lotus hasn't been reprinted, but you're not the first person to bring it up. It's been brought up to me enough that now it's actually going to be on the fucking list. Yeah, it's going to be on the list of shit to talk about. The same way that when, what's it called? What was it? Duel Masters made a Black Lotus, right? And people are like, Black Lotus got reprinted. And it's like, it absolutely didn't. I know that it has the artwork that looks like Black Lotus, but that's a completely different card game. That's not Black Lotus. It doesn't do what that does. It doesn't even have Magic fucking game abilities printed on it. It's not a Black Lotus. That's not a Black Lotus reprint. So this is the same kind of thing where you don't gotta worry. They didn't actually print a Black Lotus. But you do need to worry because now you're Lord of the Board, and people always come gunning for Lord of the Board. You have ousted Maz! You don't get to cast the creature for free. Yeah, of course you don't. Yeah, bro. I know that for 2 mana, normally the spell cast you would... Like, bro, a fight spell costs 2 mana. That's how much a fight spell costs, right? So it's like... And it's not even a fight spell. It's just your guy doing damage to their guy. So it's a souped up fight spell, for real. Souped up fight spell. And it's 2 mana. And they go, by the way... Grab a creature card off the top 5 cards of your fucking deck, and if you want to play it this turn, you can do that too! It's amazing. Of course it's not going to be free. Holy fucking busted is not. 2 green. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Cast a creature out of them for free. Also, do damage from one of your guys to another. Whoa, slow down with that power creep, son. We can't fucking run that fast. Give Wizards some time to get to that level, bro. Give them some time. Doomblade, you say no excuses? This is them pushing it like Aftermath? Anyways, I'm a big fan of green fight cards bonkers, especially for Cube. I agree. I'll get one for my Cube, bro. They're not, like, they've already reprinted the Lotus before like this as a big one, bro. So, I don't. While I agree Wizards pushes it in a lot of ways, making oversized versions of cards that are just decorative whatever, that causes no issues for me. No issues. But... you can tell me I'm wrong as much as you want in super chats. I am totally cool with that. If you don't cast the creature that turn, you lose. It kind of sucks. Disagree. This card's awesome. Next, we got Food Fight. 1 red and 1 enchantment. Artifacts you control have 2. Sacrifices artifact. It deals 2 damage. It deals what? Why did I say 2 damage? 2 mana. Sacrifices artifact. It deals damage to any target equal to 1 plus the number of permanents named Food Fight you control. Weird. Oh, they're trying to mitigate the fact that multiple copies of these would suck. So it's going, okay, if you have 1 Food Fight out, it does 1 damage, 2 damage, 3 damage, that kind of thing. Or actually, no, I guess it starts at 2, right? Because it's 1 plus the number. So 2, 3, 4, and 5 if you had 4 copies of the... wow. That seems like it has potential to be dirty, dumb, more outside. Like, I don't know how much it'll matter in standard. This just has like muck about with me outside of standard written all over it, right? That's funky. So it says, with no time to gather weapons, the dwarves fought the red caps with anything within reach. So, can't help but notice a theme here. Nothing's mentioned in a wicked slumber. A lot of talk of red cap problems, though. Interesting that it doesn't show up at all. Not one red cap in the whole story. Not a one. Interesting. Anyways. Greater Oromancy. I don't know what the artwork is supposed to be in terms of enchantments, but this is a crazy card, right? This is a reprint. It's super powerful. Protect your enchantments. We talked about it before. Gruff triplets. 3 green and 3. Oh, this is going to be good. 3/3. This better be good. 3/3 trample. When it enters the battlefield, if it isn't a token, create 2 tokens that are copies of it. Now we're getting somewhere. When it dies, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power on each creature you control named Gruff triplets. Oh, that's fun. All right. I like this. I like this. These are Satyr Warriors. Oh, where are they? Who? Oh, are they on Are these guys on Eldraine? Oh, 3 Billy Goat bridge guys. There's a bridge. 3 yeah, okay. There it is. That's what it is. Okay. I was confused. I'm like, there's something I'm missing. This feels so disjointed. How does this connect? And it's like, never mind. Okay, yep, it fits because of the fantasy, the three Billy Goats. That works. Heartflame Duelist. This is that it does 3 damage burn speed one that also makes your stuff lifelink and is a 3/1 for 2. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. Horned Lock Whale. Oh, what is this? 2 blue and 4 for a 6/6. Big old fat whale. It's got Lagoon Breach. Yo, girl. Yo.
Come on back to my place tonight, girl. I hope you like some fucking craft dinner. And then when we're done with that craft dinner, I'm going to show you my horned lock whale. And I'm going to breach that lagoon. I'm going to put my goon in your lagoon. God. Okay. 6 mana, 6/6, Lagoon Breach, instant. Owner of target attacking creature you don't control puts it on the top of their what? The owner of target attacking creature you don't control puts it on the top or bottom of their library for 2. What? And it's 6/6 flash, ward 2. When it enters the battlefield tapped unless it's your turn. What? Yo, man. It's all lurching up. It's going to eat a griffin. That's crazy. That's cool. Hilda's Crown of Winter. Oh, this is going to trigger my ass. Okay. In a video, I talked about how this is funky. I like the whole legendary, you can sack it to draw cards so other copies aren't dead. But it just triggers me now for the story because, spoiler alert, all right? In the end of installment 4, Kellen ends up in possession of the Ice Crown, and he delivers it to the Fey Lord. And the thing is the witch using this Ice Crown, as soon as she takes it off, the castle she made with it starts to melt. Her connection with the power is instantly gone. And Kellen takes this helm, this crown, to a literal nether world, gives it to the Fey Lord. Here you go. And then, so Hilda doesn't have it anymore. She doesn't have the Ice Crown anymore. I need to emphasize this part so everyone fucking understands. I really need you to understand. I really fucking need you to understand. So, Hilda doesn't have the Ice Crown anymore. Kellen's already given it away. So in the next installment, Hilda uses the Ice Crown. To make a fucking ice sword for Ruby. And you're just like, but no. See, here's the thing. She doesn't have that. And You just showed us that when she's not wearing the crown, the things that she made with it melt away. So, no, you can't say that she made a permanent ice sword out of the things she doesn't have anymore. You're literally not allowed to do that. You don't get to fucking do that. Right? That's how it started. Where you just go, she can't. She doesn't have it. Like, you wrote this. I said it to Carly. I said, yo, in the next installment, Hilda uses the ice crown to make an ice sword for Ruby. And she's just like, but the shit melts right away, right? Like, what's she gonna do with that? And I'm like, yeah, and it was already in the Fey realm. And she's just like, was it because somebody else wrote that installment? I'm like, I gotta go look. I'm like, nope, same person. They managed to keep it together for the first 4 installments. Oh, hold on, I got a note here. It says rant tomorrow. Okay, let's move on to the next card. All right, Eldraine the Pyro Hammer. I like her. She's fun. She's fun in the story. She's actually an alright character. Starts out mocking Will. He's the boy king. Later acknowledges that he's right while Rowan's being a pissy little bitch. PMSing. PMS stands for Planeswalker Missing Spark, right? So she's fucking PMSing hard. And Will's taking it much better and actually being an adult about it. But she's just throwing a hissy fit the entire fucking time. Eldraine is way more of an adult than Rowan will ever be. Rowan's a pissy little bitch. Millmaster says in the lore, just engage with the specific sentences that speak to you. Oh, no. I said to Carly, I'm like, Wizards of the Coast needs an AI to manage their lore. And anytime an author writes a story, it feeds it into the Continuum AI. And it reads it. It goes, no, moron. You can't have Hilda use the helmet. You literally said she gave it away, dumb fuck. Also, even if she had it, the sword would melt away because you've clearly shown that that's what happens with the castle. You have to follow your own logic, you fucking moron. Here's a very easy tweak you can make, you numpty dumb fuck. But it's just like, I assume that when they got to the 5th installment, they were like, yo, I gotta go and fucking smoke this crack. I fucking earned it. So I'll just write whatever. And they sent it over to Wizards. And the fucking monkey that huffs paint that was lobotomized that reads the fucking stories was like, yo, it's perfect. There's nothing wrong with it. It's the same monkey that was like, yeah, call Akira Akira. Who gives a shit? Words don't fucking matter. But okay. The rant is for next time. Moving on. Lord Skitter's blessing. Oh, the Pied Piper blow. Blow this fucking horn in town, and you can take all the rats out of town. And if they don't like that and they fuck you around, then you can take all their kids. You take all their kids and fucking drown them in a lake. Be like, fuck you, bro, I'm the Pied Piper. I Pied Pipered all your stupid, awful kids into the water, you ugly bitches. Doomblade says, Morty, is that you? Listen, Morty. Florida says, cracking me up. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. You're the new Lord of the Board, son. So yeah, man. They need an AI to be like, come on, man, just follow what you said. You fucking said this before. How fucking hard is it to be consistent? For fuck's sakes. Like, I thought I was having a stroke reading it. When I realized that the story doesn't tell you if they ended the Wicked Slumber, I'm like, do they not even care? This is all about the Wicked Slumber. Shouldn't you end the Wicked Slumber? Shouldn't you end the Wicked fucking Slumber? You can't end it this way. You can't, no, you can't even. You can't fucking tell me at the end that fucking goddamn Kellen goes, yo, you know what, actually? I don't want you to tell me, Talion. I don't know. Okay, Pied Piper drowning kids. Moving on. Lord Skitter, oh yeah, the humpbacked rat king. Yo, baby, you ever had your back humped by a fucking rat king? Let me show you why they call me Lord Skitter. I'm a skitter up between them butt cheeks. Three mana, 3/3. Whenever another rat comes out, exile something from an opponent's graveyard because the rats are eating it. And then at the beginning of combat on your turn, Make a 1/1 rat that can't block. Can't block. Ugh. What up, Micaeus? What up, Green Scale? Next up, we got Moonshaker Cavalry. This looks way better than the full art one where they're just like, yo, we forgot to put shit in the bottom of the card. It's like you told the artist it was not going to be nothing down there, did you? Because it don't look good. It don't look good. All right, this is your green fucking Crater Hoof Behemoth, depending on whether you think Trample or Flying is more effective. I think when you're going to cram it in the hole, that Trample is the way to go, because Flying is more evasion, but it can also just be chump blocked. So a 1/1 can be like, that's a nice 9/9 I just blocked, Tom. But with a fucking hoof-crushing dickbag behemoth, you can be like, yo, that's a nice 1/1 that stopped 1 point of damage. Fuck you. Trample says, you got to have enough toughness to stop all this damage. Flying says, you just got to have flying chumps. So, you know how it flows? It's a cool card, though, for real. Like a flying spirit cavalry shit. I wish this kind of stuff was in the story. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. We gotta have a lot of lady fights, though. Stand back. Watch these gigantic, brutish ladies pound each other in the face. Mosswood Dread Knight, man. This thing is such cool flavor. It's got such a great marriage of green and black like flavor overall. The artwork, the concept. This is like a well put together Magic card overall. It's nutty how far we've come in terms of power, man. All right, we got Necropotence. Oh, lady, take your hand off that skull. You don't want to know what the merfolk have been doing with it. Oh, she knows. That's what she's blasting out of the holes. Why didn't I figure that out, guys? You know, yo, you ever seen Witch Jizz Blast, bros? That's what you're seeing right there. The Necropotence, potency, right? Do you see potent? Sea, like the sea, where the fucking merfolk are. And potent, like Viagra for your dick. So that's evil magic. Just, I gotta clean all the merfolk jizz out of my fucking seer skull, bro, if I want to take over the world. All right, Prismac Omen. There you go, somewhere over the rainbow. The bushes are weird. Questing Druid. We saw this guy today. He makes me think of Gaia's Leash, and I am down with him. He's dope. He's dope. Necropotence ain't gonna be legal in standard. All those special list cards are just in there to tease your ball bag about getting a yo buy this pack, you can get another lottery slot. We put more lottery tickets in it. We were talking about the tokens today. I was down at the game shop today, talking to my buddy Troop, and we were talking about the different kind of tokens there are. And how it can be hard to get the ones you need. And then he's like, yo, they're going to make like special token boosters where you can get the tokens. And then he's just like, well, that won't work. They won't make enough money. I'm like, no. You got to understand, they'll randomize those token boosters. It won't just be like, buy this booster, get all these tokens. They'll randomize them. And then I'm like, and then on top of that, they're also going to be, we've improved these token boosters. 3 cards out of every token pack are actually list cards. So they're going to put real Magic cards in the token packs to try and stop you from getting the tokens that you want in the token pack under the guise of, we've added more lottery slots. Buy these token packs. There's 3 chances to get Admiral Brass. Micaeus, don't I mean Quirion Dryad? No, I mean Gaia's Leash, bro. He looks like fucking Gaia's Leash from back in the day. He's the best. He's the best. He's the best. Red Death watching me on company time. That's how you do it. You know what? And cheers to that. I'm going to go top up my root beer. I'll be right back. Don't you fucking go anywhere. He's going to be watching you. He's going to be watching you. Oh, got a little piece of donut too. A little Timbit. It's good. All right. All right. So what do we got next, huh? Raging Battle Mouse. Is this just like modified Boo and Minsk Boo artwork? 1 red and 1, 2/1 mouse. Second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. Celebration. At the beginning of combat in your turn, if 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control this turn, target creature you control gets +1/+1 till end of turn. What? What? At the beginning of combat in your turn, if 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield in your control, target creature gets +1/+1. So 2 permanents just represent 2 people having a party? What the hell is this? What is this? Alright, whatever. This is dumb. Alright, Realm Scourger Hellkite. 2 red and 4, 4/6 dragon with bargain. Flying in haste. When it enters the battlefield, if it was bargained, add 4 mana in any combination of colors. Realm Scourger Hellkite deals 1 damage to any target. They can't help themselves, man. Yeah, here you go. Just have 4 mana. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That's crazy. That's crazy. And that's 2... Oh, it does 1 damage to any target for a red one. Wow. This is so strong. This is so strong. I'm going to slap him in my cube, man. I'm going to slap him in my cube. That's so nutty. That's so nutty. Wow, he's strong. Artwork looks pretty dope, doesn't it? He's sitting there with that wagon getting ready to flip it over and rip up and burn everybody. I can get down with the vibe of the card. What is this? The red-white land that enters battlefield taps. Enters battlefield tapped, gives you a red or a white. The hell is that, a giant spectral bull? 1 white, 1 red, and 1. It becomes a 2/2 red and white ox creature until end of turn. It's still a land. Whenever it attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature control. What is this? What is this? This is a nutty man land, bro. But, like, what does this represent on Eldraine? The artwork's kind of hazy, too. It looks like an ox with a snail shell. What is this? What is this? Packhead, if you sack a treasure to being bargained, you get the mana? No. No, it's one or the other. You can't get both out of it. Either you sacrifice it to activate its ability, or you sacrifice it as part of the cost. When you sacrifice something as part of a cost, you don't get to auto-activate its sack abilities. Restless Forest. Are they all just called Restless? Yep, okay. We got the Restless Forest. This is Castle Ardenvale. Restless Fortress, not Forest. Becomes a 1/4 Black Nightmare creature. That never happens, by the way. Let's be very clear. Doesn't happen at all. Ardenvale doesn't get up and move around. There is no fortresses moving around. That's not a thing in the story that they wrote. Apparently, The Wicked Slumber. So, I don't know how much overlap there is between the written story and the cards this time around. But this card looks cool. This dark castle with this void in it. It doesn't look like something that's getting up. This looks like something that can attack you. This looks like artwork they had kicking around and like, we can call it. Like, look, it's a Restless Fortress. It's getting up. Is it? Is it in any way, even slightly? Is it? It looks really cool, but you're also full of fucking shit. Restless Spire. It's the red-blue one. It becomes a 2/1 blue and red elemental for 2 mana. With, as long as it's your turn, this creature has first strike and it's still land. And whenever it attacks, scry 1. Wow. Fairy Conclave got a mega upgrade. But hey, at least when you look at it, you're like, yep, I see how that's an actual 2/1. whatever this originally was going to be is obviously some kind of dragon spirits. This is probably something from Kamigawa, I'm guessing, right? Kamigawa and the rebirth of the spirit dragons, but they turned it into this. So, this is cool. Restless Vinestock. It enters the battlefield tap, green, blue, and 5 mana. It becomes a 5/5 green and blue plant creature with trample. It's still a land. That looks like it turns into a flying whale. That looks like a flying whale. Look at it. It's got wings. It's in the air, but whatever. Whenever it attacks up to one other target creature has base power and toughness 3/3 till end of turn. Well, how does that make sense with the artwork? It doesn't. This is a cool card, though. This is a cool card. Ristic Study. Check it out. I got a book under the water. That's not how that works. Scalding Viper. 1 red and 1 for a, I think it's a 2/2. It's got Steam Clean. 1 blue and 1, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. And the other side is whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value 3 or less, it deals 1 damage to that player. It's a strong card. That's strong. That's strong. Oh, this guy, this goof bag looking up in the sky. So it was pointed out to me that when I originally was talking smack about it, you can actually pick all 3 of the abilities if you want to, which makes it somewhat okay. It's not a great card, but it's not as bad as I originally said. All right, fair enough. Sleep Curse Fairy, this is bonkers. 1 blue for a 3/3 flying with Ward 2. Comes in with 3 stun counters on it, but you pay 2 to remove a stun counter by trying to untap it, or they just get removed from your normal untap phase as well. It's crazy. This at least references the Wicked Slumber, right? For real, for real. Sleight of Hand. This is one of my favorite pieces of artwork in a long time. The look of fucking surprise on this insanely wide brim. Like, you've got this farmer with this insane hat, and he's like, whoa, my God! But it's really just a pixie pulling shenanigans. But then you got the goose peeking around. Yo, you ain't fucking fooling nobody. I see you, little bitch. There's just so much fun. There's just so much fun going on with this artwork. And the flavor text explains it out for you, too, if you're not paying attention. Because I didn't see the goose or the fairy at first. All I could see was the look on the guy's face. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. He looks like he's like, this is how the Magic Historian looks in his thumbnails. Smothering Tithe, Rumpelstiltskin. Gonna turn your mom into gold. Song of Dotentas. 1 red and X for a sorcery. Create X11 black rat. Oh, that's weird. Create X11 black rat creature tokens with this creature can't block. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Well, now, back in the day, you'd find spells for 1 red that would give all your guys haste. Or something like that. So this could be played like that. But it also is... the more I look at the artwork, my brain just starts going, diddly skin flute. So I'm getting distracted by that. It's a red spell that makes purely black creatures. This isn't normally what you would expect to see. You would expect this to be black. But here he is, playing the old flute for the rat-a-tat-tattles. Town folks tapped their feet and hummed along, unwittingly amplifying the tune that would summon their doom. Oh, doom. All right. Spellbook vendor. Oh my God, bitch. What is on your fucking head? What the hell is on her? Oh, she's got a little goblet with a similar hat. No. No fucking way. She looks goofy as hell. And she got a little dude with pages on her hat. Oh my God, I love it. Okay. 1 white and 1 for a 2/2 with vigilance. Beginning combat on your turn, you can pay 1. When you do, create a sorcerer roll token attached to target creature you control. What does it do? Enchanted creature is +1/+1, and whenever this creature attacks, scry 1. That's alright. The rolls are okay. They're hat homies. Yeah, they are. Oh, I love it. This is so goofy looking. That's fun. All right, Spiteful Hex Mage. Wow, could you look any douchier? It's like, I assume you served Ariette, but we won't get any of that at all. At all. Even though you're literally, like, both wearing the same kind of, like, gear. 1 black, 3/2. Wow, okay. When it enters the battlefield, create a cursed roll token attached to target creature you control. So you have to make one of your guys 1/1. So if you try and put him in by himself, he's a 1/1 with the enchantment, but then you can sack the enchantment to make a 3/2. It's pretty sweet. Who will never amount to anything now, father? That sounds like Oko. He's like that. That's actually kind of fun, though. He shrunk his dad down. He's like, you're a frog, Dad. That's what that is. He turned him into a frog. All right. All right. That's got some dark fantasy flavor to it. Good job, Warlock. Stroke of midnight, not at midnight. 1 white and 2 instant. Destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 human creature token. Yo, is this just Beast Within? But like, no, Beast Within probably lets you destroy lands, and that's why. For real? For real? A 1/1? Anything that's not land? This is fucking crazy, bro. For real, for real. That's nuts. That's nuts. Generous Gift can just suck a bag, man. Holy fucking shit. Dude. What? All right. Well, I mean, I knew power creep was coming, but I didn't know it was coming all over all of us. All right. Talion the Kindly Lord. Talion's a fucking douchebag, just so you know. Tangled Colony. Y'all, you guys want to touch butts and tie our tails together and be a rat king? I talked about this in today's video. Pretty funky card for rat decks. Tangle Span Lookout. 1 green and 2 for a 2/3. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Yep, enchantment card draws are pretty solid. Look at how goofy this guy looks. He's a goofy looking bastard. All right. Oh, my foot's itchy. Oh, I gotta get that good itch. There we go. Apprentice's Folly. We talked about this one. You can make copies of your dudes. You can even make copies of legendaries. And if you can get rid of the enchantment before you get to the 3rd spot, you don't even have to sack them, right? Oh, look at the artwork on this, man. It's like stained glass shattering. This is dope. 2 black and 2. Oh, this is that crazy instant. 2 black and 2 costs 2 less to cast if your life total is 5 or less. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards as the same name with the permanent as that permanent exile it. The player shuffles and draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. This is nuts. I'm gonna kill that creature and strip every copy of it out of your fucking deck, bro. And if I'm at 5 or less, it's only 2 mana to do it. This is crazy. It's crazy. I love it. The artwork's good. This is a nutty card, man. I have no idea what like this has to do with Eldraine specifically overall, but it looks awesome. 3 blind mice. We talked about that a bunch in the one video. It's like it's a bunch of eyeballs in the artwork by itself. It doesn't feel that exciting, but if you have other things to copy tokens of, right? Use this and that blue-red enchantment you just looked at. Meh. Could be pretty cool. Thunderous Debut. 8 mana. Got bargain. Look at the top 20 cards of your deck. You can slap 2 creatures straight into play from there. If you bargain. If not, put them in your hand. So, if you don't bargain, card's underwhelming. If you do bargain, feels pretty strong. Torch the Tower is just burn. 2 damage to a creature or planeswalker. If you bargain, it does 3 instead. And if it kills a planeswalker, it's exiled. It's alright. It's alright. Tough Cookie is your little food golem 2/2. I remember originally seeing this guy. I dig it. I like all the candied food and all that, but that doesn't show up in the story, right? That's just extra flavor. Aggravate. Oh, yeah. Aggravated's a great card, man. This thing's sweet. Just as many attack phases as you got mana to feed into it. And You don't even have to do attack phases if you just have tap abilities you want to use. You can get really nutty with this. They're bringing it back, which is sweet. Maybe I'll have one for my cube soon. Wait. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna switch this up here to this. Did it work? Yep. Okay. All right. So now I'm just gonna let it rotate through these images because we have spent our time talking specifically about them. Oko's gonna be in that Wild West set. I wonder if they're gonna tie that into him being with his son. I wonder if Oko and his son will also be in the Wild West set. Are they actually gonna give them guns or not? Will they none of them have guns? And you'll just be like, what? What? Oh man, I gotta rant about that lore stuff tomorrow, friends. I gotta get it out of my head. The last story part. Oh, it ached my bag, bro. It ached my bag. Oh. Okay, gotta stop thinking about it. It's taking over my brain. It's taking over my brain. Like, they did so well for the first 4 installments. I had so little in the way of complaints. And the 5th installment, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Guys, it's like, if you read the story the way it's written, it's like, Kellen's mom makes Kellen a coat, okay? Now this coat has super valuable thread in it made of gold and stuff like that. And this coat is super enchanted because it turns out that Kellen's mom was a witch's apprentice. And it's saying that this thing that he's wearing is better than anything anybody in the village has, better than anything anybody in Edgewall has. And you're like, so where did she get the rich materials for this? And like, if she can enchant stuff, why hasn't she improved the life of like everybody? Why isn't she like making these garments and selling them so that they can all be like doing well? And what? Why did you put this in here? What is this? I don't understand. Yeah, Kellen's mom made some real amazing, real super amazing thing. And he's like, oh, it's too good, I can't wear it outside. Don't worry, it's also super magical. What? It's magical? It sure is. Not only did we make it out of stuff we couldn't possibly afford, but also it's super magical. And it's like, I just want to make sure I understand this. You can make magical garments. And like, you let your son go out into the world with none of it. Like, you can make protective magical gear. And the story makes it sound like you love your kid, by all indications. So you've always been able to make this. You were an apprentice however long ago. You didn't make it for any of your other family, like your husband, the guy who's raised the kid, even though it's not his kid, because, like, what is this? The husband's like an afterthought. It's like, go outside, cuck. I need to talk to Kellen about his real dad. Okay. Anyways. Oh. Tobin, bro, like in previous ones, yeah, I did feel like they didn't keep track. But the crazy thing about this one is they actually tied Rowan being like the child of a witch in the previous one into this one. So they're paying attention to the previous story. And it seemed like they were paying attention to their own story until they got to the last chapter. And then they were just like, fuck it. I'm just going to get drunk and like do this like it's a school assignment. Just toss it in. Wizards doesn't even read it, so why should I care? I don't think anybody over there's reading it. I really don't. I really don't. Otherwise, they would ask really obvious questions like, how do you use an object you no longer have? Like, let's say I left this pen on the moon, and then 5 minutes later you saw me writing with that. You'd be like, no, that's not possible. That pen's on the moon. What's going on? And I'm like, no, it's not. I mean, yes, no, I don't know. What's going on? So stupid. Shelton, do I think that there'll be a blue-black God of War set? I don't know. I don't know if what's it called? Kaldheim. I don't know if Kaldheim was supposed to secretly be like a God of War tie-in set originally. You know, Strixhaven was supposed to be Harry Potter, but Wizards couldn't make it work. And then they're just like, that was never going to be a thing. And dumb people go, Wizards never meant to do Harry Potter. And it's like, bro, they literally had other versions of the cards that had like parts of Harry Potter character names. And then they changed them, most of them, and fucked up and left it on one of the cards. And it's like, bro, it's so obvious that it's Harry Potter. You have to be fucking like you literally have to be brain damaged to think it's not. You can't have a functioning brain and think that Strixhaven isn't Harry Potter. That means your brain doesn't work. Or you've never seen Harry Potter. Those are the only two fucking possibilities. If you can't see the fucking connection, you need to go and get your fucking head checked because your brain don't work. It's wild. It's wild. So, Kaldheim, it's not nearly as obvious. But it could have been. It could have been. Was Cold Snap super flavor? Yeah, you know what? Cold Snap had some fun flavor. They put more effort in back then. Every day, yeah, Wizards doesn't proofread nothing anymore. They just go, whatever, run it through a spell checker. Any spelling mistakes? Nope, good enough. If they even run it through a spell checker. Ned, what part did they leave on the card? There's the one card, it's something like, it was the Collector. And it's like, he's like a conductor. I think it's the Conductor in the Magic set, but his original name was the Collector after the one Collector guy in Harry Potter. I'm honestly not the hugest Harry Potter fan, so I don't really know a lot about Harry Potter, but I've seen the Harry Potter movies and I've read the books, so I know enough to know that it's very, very clearly. Oh, my fucking arm was almost the back of that guy's head. On the card there, right? On this part over here. Tobin, I point out things in lore that you didn't pick up on, like the fact that just because you're asleep doesn't mean you can't get hurt. Well, yeah, it's purest insanity where they literally do stuff like they go, hey, Rowan's gonna blast these guys, but we don't want to make her look too unsympathetic. We'll have her think it's a good thing the sleep magic makes them limp because, you know, you won't get hurt when you're limp. And it's like, that's not how blunt force trauma works. Yo, I whipped a concrete block at this guy, but here's the thing. He was limp. Oh, I whipped this guy at a concrete, wall, but he was limp. Oh, not guilty. You didn't do anything then. Everybody knows if they're limp, humans can't get injured. Are you being attacked by a bear? Just go limp. It makes you invulnerable. So you just go, no, these motherfuckers are like these people that they're standing back up, they're getting concussions every time they get knocked over, right? Like, their brain is getting rocketed around in their skull. It's insane. It's fucking insane. You want to know what's more crazy? Is Kellen shows up. Kellen shows up at Ardenvale. And he knows the knights are going to attack. Kellen knows the knights are going to attack him. But nowhere else in the entire world has anybody encountered the slumberers attacking. The only person who's even seen it is Rowan. Rowan is the only fucking person on Eldraine who has seen the sleepers attack everybody at all. But before they enter the castle, Kellen's all like, we can't go through the soldiers. I don't want to hurt them. And it's like, what are you... Listen, motherfucker. We're not doing that D&D thing where we're all sitting at the table and because he knows it, you know it. That's not how this fucking works. No, Kellen, you don't know they're animated, you numpty fuck, because literally every sleeper you've encountered has been asleep and not moving. None of them moved. Not a single fucking one. Nothing's written into that part of the story for Kellen to go, oh man, they're moving. What if they attack us? I don't want to hurt them. We better go around. Nah, why would you write that? Why not just have Kellen state it as a fact that he doesn't fucking know? Oh man, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. So the first 4 installments weren't like that. And then it's just like, Kellen doesn't know this. You don't know this. You don't know this. And then you have a point where it's like, Rowan's worried because both Kellen and Ruby are going after Ariette and she can't do anything. But then instead of them doing anything, together, they don't do anything. And then abruptly, Kellen is fighting with Ashiok. But that was Will's plan all along, because Will flings ice at Ashiok, even though Ashiok wasn't there long enough for Will to even have a plan. But that was Will's plan all along. And while Kellen had run away, and together they weren't able to take down Ariette, Ruby, off screen, just walks up to Ariette and puts her knife up to the thing. And it's like, yo, we win. And then Ariette uses telepathic magic through the Wicked Slumber, which hasn't been a thing at all, but is now just a thing to be like, okay, Rowan, you need to leave now. And Rowan's like, okay. And she shoots lightning at her feet and blasts into space. Like, I'm not even making that up. And then you know how Kellen's all like, yo, I gotta get these 3 things for Talion. You know, and then he brings the last thing back for Talion, and Talion's all like, good job, I'm gonna tell you about your dad. And then what if Kellen went, no, I don't care about that, or ending the Wicked Slumber. How about I just leave and my mom tells me? And then Talion's all like, wait, don't you want a boon? You did a whole quest and you can literally ask me anything. But Kellen doesn't even bother responding to that because none of that's actually in the fucking story, and he just leaves. And then he goes back to his home to wait for his fucking mom to tell him. And then they spend 17 fucking paragraphs talking about Kellen going home, where he's like, here's the dog, and here's people in the town, and here's all. You didn't even tell us the fucking Wicked Slumber's done! No! No! And then it's just like, you want to know who your dad is? You want to know who your dad is, Kellen? It's a guy named Oko. I met him when I was out picking Nightshade, and we dated, and we slapped booties, and then I had you. And then I met this fucking cuck, and I lived with him to take advantage of him. But I don't fucking love him. I only love you. And that's why when Oko came back later and was like, run away with me, I was like, nah, Oko. I'm going to stay here and make a protective garb for my kid, but only after his life-threatening journey that he wasted his time for and didn't get a reward for. And then, oh yeah, by the way, he's going to run through a gate now. Bye! And then Ashiok's like, I got a plan for you, Ariette. You're not going to be in this jail cell. I'm going to take you to another world like my plan was all along. None of this mattered. The Wicked Slumber's still here, maybe. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Nirvana, yeah, bro. Rich Evans. This is the kind of shit Rich Evans would yell about. So yeah, man, it just triggered me out. It just triggered me out so hard, the last installment. Right? Come on. Daggett says, have you ever listened to a 6-year-old tell you a made-up story that sounds like this? It's so crazy. Just at the end, everything just went like, what's going on? What's even happening? What's even happening? So dumb. Oh. So yeah, I don't know, man. When I read the lore, I just try and take the underlying story that they're telling, fix anything that doesn't make sense so it works, and roll on from there. Because, like, I'm not interested in writing my own fan fiction. I don't want to make up what happens, but I will slightly change the way it's written so that it actually flows like a fucking story does, with logical consequences and shit that makes fucking sense. Holy shit, man. You can't use a magic object you don't have. You can't use a magic object. You've told us its powers are impermanent to create a permanent object after the fact, you fucking idiots. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. So yeah, if you listen to their videos, they take half an hour to 40 minutes to tell you the story, just reading the poorly written shit. I read through it for you guys and spend hours fixing the shit to make it work and make it make fucking sense. And honestly, with the first 4 installments, it wasn't that bad this time. The 5th installment is short, okay? I'm telling you right now, it's short. Because holy fucking hell, there was nothing in there. And I refuse to waste your guys' time with a bunch of bullshit just because they did. So the final installment, maybe 9 minutes. Theirs is 30 fucking 8 minutes. 38 minutes. That's torture. That's torture. It's piecemeal, Nerdvana. Moogle, how you doogle, buddy? Did anything else happen in the Giants realm? Nah, just get the mirror. That's it. They just went to the mirror and the mirror went, go here. The quest felt pretty empty underneath it all for that aspect of it. You know? But, you know, going up a beanstalk to a giant's castle, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. It's too bad they don't have any internal lore coherence, guys. They're just like, psh, it is what it is. Sucks for me because I'm a big flavor lore guy. I'm playing a game now called Sundered. I believe it's from like 2017 or it's maybe 2019. It's older, but it's pretty neat. It's like I'm the servant of some eldritch god, and when they speak, the music, like the background noise and their voice, it makes you think of fucking Rammstein from the Lost Highway soundtrack. It's hardcore. Oh, man. So, I'm glad to have made it through the final installment. I was looking forward to it, actually. That's why I got so disappointed. I was like, each part of the story made me more hopeful because it was actually pretty well put together. And then whatever. Anyways, the spoilers, they look better. There's a bunch of fun cards in the set, so I dig that. But all the lore and everything feels pretty disjointed. But yeah, all the extra details really add up for me. Card art, flavor, all of it. So, it's disappointing. It's disappointing when it doesn't all line up. Sundered is going for $7 on Steam. It's a pretty good deal, man. There's tons of different power-ups and stuff, and there's lots of crazy enemies. The game can be a cheap bastard, too, man. They sent Gundam-style mechs at me. And I was like, what the hell? They sent multiple at me, and they beat the hell out of me. And then I got strong enough to fight those little panzer mechs, and then all of a sudden they sent some legendary invisible mech at me, where I'm like, I feel like there's a little shimmer there on the screen. What the hell? Oh, what the hell? I'm getting attacked! And so I'm like wailing on the air trying to kill it. But yeah, the game's got some, like, it's got a cool vibe to it. It's got a cool vibe to it. I finished Dave the Diver. That game absorbed me. I was right into it. But once I beat it, it's like, all right, time to move on to another game. And Sundered has me to a degree, but it hasn't hooked me the same way. Hypnotic says, too heartburn for YouTube. That's me, buddy. No problem, Jugglem. I'm glad you enjoy the lore renditions that I'm providing. Colin, Baldur's Gate looks fun. I liked the second one. I haven't really looked at the third one. I tend to not look at like the big games when they come out right away because I expect them to be riddled with bugs and full of microtransactions. And I'm like, I'll wait until your game's fixed and I can just pick it up on mega discount on Steam. That kind of stuff, you know? Lorwyn 2. I don't think we're actually going to a full-on Lorwyn set, right? I think we're just like passing through Lorwyn in some capacity. Baldur's Gate 3 has no microtransactions. Really? Really? Habanero, oh, you got a copy of Baldur's Gate 3 sent to you today. Nice, nice. Well, if it has no microtransactions, that's a lot more appealing, honestly. That's a good sign. Hugh, you've watched the first lore video I put up. You have to watch the other two. Yeah, well, I mean, get to it, bro. You got like 10.5 hours until the next installment drops, right? So you got catching up to do. Lucy, you got some splaining to do. You got to watch multiple lore videos to make sure you're ready for installment number 4. Because 1 through 4 are good. Number 5. Well, I'll give you the good parts. You know, it's all good. I'll save you from the bad parts. But yeah, Baldur's Gate has no microtransactions. That's different. That's definitely something I want to see in the bigger games. Oh, you want some station identification? All right, here you go. Oh my God. Bam. It's the people who made Divinity. They've got a better name for themselves than Ubisoft or EA. Okay, fair enough. I mean, the people who make the game, that definitely matters. Baldur's Gate 3 is trying a new technique that's actually old called respecting their player base. Interesting. Are you allowed to do that? What up, Colin? How you doing, buddy? Moo, your day just got 10x better. Oh shit, that kind of magnification's like a microscope. Do I predict there'll be Planeswalkers in Ravnica and Innistrad remastered? Oh yeah, they'll want, like, they don't want to put them in for story purposes, but when it comes to remastered stuff, they're gonna milk all the Planeswalkers they can. Planeswalkers sell packs, bro. That's why they're not getting rid of them. And I expect the Planeswalkers to be more powerful going forwards because they're going to want the Planeswalker from each set to have an impact. We'll see how it pans out. Oh, Red Death, talking about magnification and seeing pores. I remember this one lady I worked with. One time she gave me this magnification lens, that let me see my skin real up close. And I'm like, why would you ever want to see your skin up this close? You're always going to be unhappy with it. It's always going to look terrible. This is a nightmare. Just a nightmare. The subscribe thumbnail is hilarious. Do you mean the channel logo picture? Carly fucking loves that. She loves that particular picture of me. It's like her favorite picture of me. We like goofy pictures of each other. There's like, back in the Snapchat days when me and Carly used to send each other stupid Snapchats. She sent me one when we were on the bus, and it was a picture. She's sitting right beside me, but there's this lady in the back behind her, and her face looks all gorped up, right? And then it's got like a line pointed to her, and it says, "Is she hotter than me?" And so she looks goofy as hell in the picture. I fucking loved it. It made me laugh so hard. I want to see more. I want to see more of the set to see how it lines up with the written story and what we got coming, right? This batch of spoilers is obviously just like random all over the place, but it's tomorrow where Wizards has got their announcement going on, right? And I got other things to talk about as well. Nerdvana, why do you think that he's going to turn out to be a planeswalker? I don't think that Kellen automatically will become a planeswalker, considering they're moving away from that. It's definitely possible, but they're having a move through the Omen paths. If they were going to ignite his spark, they'd probably already do it, right? I think they're just like, yo, we can put him wherever we want. We can just open doors wherever we want, whenever we want. They said that like something special was gonna happen about him, but they didn't. I don't remember them saying he's a planeswalker. They might have said it somewhere where I didn't catch it though, because there's like a million things about Magic, and I can't pretend that I have literally every scrap of information. Doomblade, do I listen to podcasts like Joe Rogan or Lex Fridman? Honestly, I don't know who the second one is. Joe Rogan, I've seen clips of his podcast. But no, not really. Like, I tend, when it comes to entertainment time, to be all over the place. So what we're doing could shift from watching stuff on YouTube to, for example, ever since our honeymoon, me and Carly got really into Frasier, the sitcom, right? And so we've been watching through the entirety of Frasier. And I have to say, it's really good. There were a few episodes in the one season where they kind of strayed from the magic, but overall, it has delivered on every level. I thought that at the end, the last season, it might start to suck, but it never has. They're literally just wrapping it all up, and it's going to be all satisfactory. For real, we're on the last episode right now, just wrapping it up, and I'm like, this has been a hell of a journey, and I never understood why people would want to, like, buy television show sets. Like, I got all the episodes or whatever, but there's back in the TV days, you would just watch whatever was on. You didn't have control over it. You'd watch what they put on when it was on. Like, you didn't even get to control when the commercials were. You just had to run off and use the bathroom. It sounds insane by today's standards, but you had no control, which meant they might go, we're never even playing this episode. We'll play them out of order, all this kind of stuff. Seeing every episode of a sitcom was impossible. But I never really saw that there would be much of a benefit to it. But now, after having watched Frasier all the way through, I'm like, yo, I wonder what other shows could be this dope. Because it's really good. Oh, what's up, buddy? You going to Toronto tomorrow? Nice. See me at Medieval Times. Bro, Medieval Times rules. Rules. I go in the Green Knight section. Hell yeah. Man, those days of TV, you're watching the TV Guide channel, and then it's like, how many minutes am I going to spend in this half an hour? How many minutes of the show I'm looking for to watch am I going to miss looking for that show? Where you spend 5 minutes out of the 30 minutes looking for a show to watch, right? Like, you got to stop watching a show. You're like, you got to decide, do I care enough about watching this show to the end? Or am I going to try and do this? Am I going to try and like figure it out during the commercial break and get back without missing any of the show? It's so insane to think that that's how we had to dance about and do stuff, man. Archaic as hell. So yeah, now being able to go and just, yo, I want to fucking binge watch an entire series. I love it. I love it. I hate now, I hate watching a show and then going, I gotta wait a week to see another episode. I don't want to do that anymore. I'll wait for a whole season to come out. You can lose the momentum or whatever else. Just being able to watch episode after episode is way more satisfying to me, right? That's why I don't blame anybody who's like, yo, I'm saving all the lore videos from a particular set until the set, like they're all ready and I can watch them in one go. It's like, I feel you. I get it. I get it. Hypnotic. Now it's in my... Now you got that in my head, buddy. Brian F. says, I saw every episode of I Love Lucy thanks to nightly reruns on Nickelodeon. Dude, if you did that before stuff was available on the internet, that's impressive. Like, legitimately. It's like, well, okay, that's hard to do. That's hard to do. I didn't see that much I Love Lucy. Obviously, it's iconic enough that I know the basics of it, but I never really got into watching that. Mad Cow, you only had 3 channels when you grew up. I remember getting a steadily increasing amount of channels. I remember at one point when we got up to like 34 channels, and I was like, wow, there's so many TV channels. They have a TV channel now just for comedy. They have a TV channel just for country music. You know what I mean? Who wants to watch some CMT, bro? You got them big Shania Twain titties, huh? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, man. What a different world. Oh, I'm out of root beer again. All right, hold up. Root beer run. Root beer run. Still going. Rivarshi, I don't think I believe that, buddy. No local access gonna let you play that stuff, man. Well, Colin, bro, I mean, I know what salad tossing is. So whenever he keeps saying, oh, toss salads, I laugh. I laugh. Seattle allowed it? Really? Oh, Tobin messing with the antennas and stuff. Yeah, the rabbit ears. Damn, talk about being fucking dinosaurs, eh? Turn the fucking rabbit ears and try to watch fucking Benny Hill. Yeah, run from those ladies in bikinis. You can do it, Benny. You can do it. Ned, yup. Yup. It's like, is that a knee or a boob, bro? I don't know. I gotta work with what I got. Times are hard, and so am I. I remember as a kid having one of those gigantic fucking, it's like a wooden piece of furniture with the TV like fucking embedded in it. And it was just massive. Just this huge, like, you need a team of people to move it, you know? Pierce knows what's up. Man. Feels like a different world, doesn't it? So crazy. And now you can just access everything. I love it. I love it. Everything. All the stuff. Like, even obscure shit. I found Herman's head. Now that seems like somebody only recorded on VHS. And when you watch it the whole time in the background, you hear, hee, like the VHS. But, like, there's even a nostalgia level for that, right? Every time you change the shit, yeah, you'd have the loud noise, yeah, the all that stuff, and the clicking too, the click, click, click. Man. Yeah, exactly, Colin. You could literally have stuff on top of it, like it was like a big wooden fucking table almost, with the, but it was tall, and the TV screen was huge. And like rounded out. The old snow that doesn't exist anymore because it's all digital. Yup. Indeed. Kenzuki, be kind. Please rewind. You get yourself a little car, insert the VHS into it, and it rewinds for you. I remember, I'm like, that's what fancy people have. People who have money are like, I rent movies so often that I don't have time to rewind it. This rewinds it for me. Remember when video games only worked on channel 3? Yeah, you hooked that little box to the back that had the little prongers, or it's like the little fucking claws. Get me on there. You know? I remember that. Miss when stations would go off air. Yeah, there'd be infomercials from like 1 till 2 in the morning, and you'd be watching them going, maybe I do need a set of knives that I can also cut my hair with, bro. And then all of a sudden, and just fucking colored bars on the screen, right? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, we're done. Go to bed. Briggs, you had a VHS rewinder? Oh, you fancy boy. Summer reruns. Yeah, summer where they were just like, we don't put new stuff out in the summer. So for months, you can just eat a ball bag. And it's like, what? Yep, that's just how we operate. Yep, we're all old. Yeah, well, that's the new age. Get together with a bunch of, welcome to the old folks home. Hey, guys. Everybody remember when our phones were stuck to the wall? Remember when you didn't have a phone and carried it around with you? Remember even when people first got cell phones and it wasn't all about texting, and now you're like, if the phone rings, you're like, the fuck is that? Who the fuck's calling me? Text me. What the fuck is this? You know? Remember the modems? Mom, bang up the phone. Bang up the phone. I'm trying to download a naked lady. It takes half an hour. Remember just not knowing things? Remember wanting to know something and then realizing I don't know anybody who would know that. And what am I going to go to the library and try and fucking research this shit? You just be like, I guess I'll just be dumb. But now you can just fucking Google anything. Google, what's this fucking brown rash on my nutsack? And it's like, you've got AIDS and cancer. Oh. Should I go to the doctor, Google? Yes, dum-dum. Go to the doctor. Back when you had to push the numbers a million. Yeah, you have to press them 3 times to make an F and just like, fuck this. Brent says, stolen from Facebook. I can't believe I'm from a generation that paid for ringtones. If this little rectangle made a peep these days, I'd mangle it. I was like, I would never pay for a ringtone. But once they let you, like, set your own, there have been times where I just, like, set clips from games and shit as my ringtone. But yeah. I never was like, I'll pay for that. I'm gonna have my phone play the Backstreet Boys. I want it that way. Fucking encyclopedias. Yeah, I had a set of those. I had a set of encyclopedias. Remember your mom taping notes on the TV screen to let you know she'd gone out to the store? Yeah, it's just crazy to think, like, we're way more connected now. So nutty, man. So nutty the way everything changes, right? And you don't notice it because it's all like a gradual shift. But when you look at it comparatively, like the cell phone, right? Like, it's insane. This thing is insane. It's more powerful than almost every computer I had throughout the course of my whole life. And it's like, cell phones have become like a fucking necessity for people now. It's like, you got to use these shit like, oh, you want to get a bus pass and stuff? Oh, we do it on the phone now. I'm like, I don't want to fucking have internet access to use a goddamn bus pass. Just give me the little fucking cardboard slip, you cockbags. Slowly but surely, all that shit's going to go away. Like, I liked doing everything in cash, and I liked just buying things in person, you know? Like, I want to get a keyboard, and there's a keyboard shop in town, and I'd like to just go and buy a keyboard there, but there's probably going to be better options online, and so all the comparison shopping. But I like to just go in and pay cash and get the thing, you know? And I really want a fucking keyboard right now. I just want to go wacky with it. So, I'm old world. I like just getting stuff and walking out with it, not like looking at a picture online and ordering it and hoping that it's actually the thing. I am too cynical and untrusting for the online shopping. But I know, right, bro? It's like more and more you move towards not having cash and you understand why, but it's also like, don't like it. Don't like it. Nirvana, yeah, it's wild that people will cross the streets like staring down at phones and stuff. It's like, yo, look up at certain times. You don't want to die, do you? Oh, look at you guys with all the fucking doom saying in the chat now. Thumbs down to doom. I say thumbs down to your doom. Fucking one day in the far-flung future it'll suck for mankind. Will it? I won't be here. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. The computers won't even let people in the future jerk off. Well, I can, so good enough for me. Computers can't stop me from touching my dick. You heard me say it. Fuck you, computers. You can't stop me from touching my junk. It's mine. Just like the song taught me when I was in grade school. My body's nobody's body but mine. You've got your own body. Let me have mine, robot. Right? We all learned that song as kids. And you know what? I think we'll leave it on that note. Don't let robots tell you what you can do with your fucking body. Even if it's to say, I can put my arm back on fucking you can't play safe. Fuck you, I'll do what I want, you stupid fucking robot. You don't get to tell me what to do, just you can put your arm back on. You were built for that, you dumb bitch. Don't talk to me, a human, like that, or I'll have them cut your fucking head off, robot, because it's not illegal. You don't have rights, you don't have a soul, you don't get to fucking talk down to me. You're a goddamn glorified fucking toaster. Know your fucking place, or I will melt you down, alright? Fuck you, you play safe, because I'm the danger, motherfucker. I'm the danger.